What's up everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pass or Play, our game review series where we review games not on Game Pass that let you know if they're worth your time and money. Now, you may have seen the title and thought to yourself, well wait, Control is on Game Pass. Shouldn't this be one of our Game Pass and review episodes? And to that I say, slow down. This is Control Ultimate Edition, a completely separate version of Control since 505 did not offer a free upgrade path and is therefore not on Game Pass. So without further ado, my name is Kevin, aka the Muffin Man, and let's jump into Control Ultimate Edition. Now we're going to start with the story, and I have one question for those of you that played Control, and you can let me know down in the comments. What the actual hell happened in this game? No, for real. I beat the entire game, but if you ask me to sit down and tell you what happened, I can't. And yet I feel like I liked it. It's a weird thing that Remedy's pull off, in my opinion. From a basic standpoint, you take on the role of Jessie Faden, a girl with some pretty awesome psychokinetic powers. She finds herself trapped in the Federal Bureau of Control during an outbreak of some evil entity. It's taken over people. They call it the Hiss because of the noise it makes. Jessie's thrown into the role of director despite seemingly being a random girl off the street. She's looking for her brother who disappeared after an event in their hometown as a kid, and the Bureau showed up, took him. Perhaps I'm dumb, perhaps I didn't get the intricacies. I understand the overall plot of the game and the twist, which I won't spoil. I just feel like they don't really present it well, and by well I mean they do what Remedy wants. It's meant to confuse you. I just can't wrap my head around it. Guys, let me know down below if I'm just being dumb. Is this another one of those Inception type situations? Because I understood that movie. That movie's easy to get. Control, not so much. Anyway, let's talk about the atmosphere of the game. When you're not getting your mind screwed up by the story, you have a pretty wonderful environment to explore, actually. You'd think that a federal office building would be pretty boring, but I actually like the environment of Control. Yeah, there's a lot of dark, gray, black structures. I played on quality mode, which I know a lot of people were like, how can you deal with the 30 FPS? The ray tracing is phenomenal. It's easily the best ray tracing I've seen in any game so far. The tone set by the music's amazing. There's a few sections in particular that absolutely blow your mind out, and even when you're playing the game, Jessie at one point exclaims when you get through the maze, "That was fucking awesome," and I couldn't agree more with her. Visually stunning, a spooky, ominous feeling, oftentimes action movie-esque atmosphere. It's great. Definitely check it out. Gameplay-wise, how does Control actually play? Well, for the most part, pretty damn well. You start off with basic abilities, but as you progress, you get a plethora of abilities like levitating, mind control, and plenty more. They're all here to blast your way through the game, and I mean blast because you'll spend a lot of time throwing things at people. I do think the game has a bit of an over-reliance on that ability. It's easy to upgrade, it's super fun, a lot of enemies get absolutely destroyed by it, especially when you can throw large objects. They just melt. The game is a Metroidvania, and if you aren't familiar with that term, it essentially means you have a main quest line you can follow, but you have a lot of other side objectives that you'll have to go backtracking through areas for, potentially to get more abilities, to finish side quests. Really, the backtracking is what makes a Metroidvania type game. The game essentially consists of go to area, fight enemies, cleanse out object causing issue, maybe do a puzzle here or there, but for the most part this is an action game. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with the game, and most of the time when I failed, it was because I was doing something I was not prepared for. I know specifically I tried to fight a guy with like rock shield, and I was supposed to have that ability. I did not. I was trying to fight him too soon. This is where the Metroidvania comes in, because I had to go backtrack and get it. The only caveat I have is with the DLC. I got the Ultimate Edition through PS Plus. I know this is an Xbox channel. Don't blame me. It was free. I'm not paying for it. I'm still, everything still applies. It's on Xbox. If you want to get on Xbox, get on Xbox. So with that came all the DLC, and to be honest, the DLC sucks ass. I couldn't finish the Foundation because it was so bad. They boosted the enemy difficulty to make it harder while not making you any more powerful. The environment's dull, the enemies are annoying, the new power sucks, and the story of the Foundation is not good. I really did want to get to the second one for the Alan Wake tie-in, but at the moment I cannot be bothered to finish the DLC for Control. Maybe I'll go back to it at some point. Maybe I'll just wait for an Alan Wake 2 that we could potentially be getting here in the near future. So, does this game have replayability, and is it worth it? In terms of replayability and value, since I got it free from PS Plus, it certainly exceeded my expectations. I was pleasantly surprised by the game and would recommend it to anyone. There's a lot of content I didn't even get into because I didn't do every side mission. I didn't finish the DLC. The game has so many quests and activity to keep you busy. Content is not an issue here. That being said, because the DLC wasn't very good, if you aren't fussed about getting the next-gen version with the better resolution, the FPS increase, the ray tracing, then it could be that the regular Control located on Game Pass will be all that you need. Personally, for me, I'm going to give it a high recommendation to play. Don't pass on this game. Play the Ultimate Edition of Control if you have the opportunity, and Project X Talk is going to give Control Ultimate Edition an 8 out of 10.